Good evening and welcome to the kickoff for the best ever Oktoberfest 2024. I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you for coming to start the planning season, and I'd like to welcome all the old and new team members to the Oktoberfest planning team. I wish I could be there with you. However, I've been scheduled for my flight evaluation on Tuesday. I better show up to that. So I'm sorry I can't be there with you. But again, it's time to start planning Oktoberfest. And tonight is the night where we begin just communicating ideas. 3 of the ideas that I'd like to communicate and get feedback from you on. Number 1 is, how long have you been on Oktoberfest? We want to celebrate you, and we want to definitely appreciate you for what you've done, the time that you've put in on the team. The second item that sort of ties into that is we'd like to try to find how best to communicate with you, how best for you to communicate back to us. And for instance, on the Google Docs, I set it up so that we can try to get the year that they started and share that information. Imagine if you were in charge of trying to get 50 different people's opinions or input on something. It's hard to do that individually, but in one single shared document like that is something I want to try to improve on. This is sort of our test case. The third item that we'd like you to share with each other is introduce your co-leader, or discuss and think about who you'd like to be your co-leader. I've found through many years in the military that on-the-job training is just the best way to pick up a job and take over for somebody when that time comes. The last thing that I plan to introduce this year in our meetings is, again, something else I learned in the military, is to have one person lead a meeting, and from each one of our 3 vice chairs at each of our 3 meetings to lead our meeting and essentially share the information they know, so that it might spark something that you know or need to discuss. And it can be a 80% information out and then a 20% information back, sort of a dialogue. But that is something I'm looking forward to trying this year at our Oktoberfest meetings. Again, I wish that I could be there with you. Please try the Google Doc from the last email that I sent out, and Prost!